Hey, a playa, let's say you were texting your crush, things were going well, but then suddenly the conversation started to die down. They stopped responding and you didn't know how to revive it. Don't worry. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly what you need to do to get that conversation to come back to life so that you can talk to your crush and eventually ask them out.
This is the Josh Speaks, you're watching the Josh Speak.
My name is Josh, and every single week I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. And one of the most common things that tends to happen when your crush stops responding is you start to overthink. What if they're not responding because they don't like me? What if they think the conversation's boring and they think I'm boring? What if they're texting someone else that they like even more than me right now? You might even find yourself in a place where you want to message them and ask them, hey, why aren't you responding? What's going on? But I think that's the wrong approach to take. Instead, what I want you to actually focus on here is two key pieces. One of them is going to be referencing something that you've talked about in the past, and the other one's going to be starting a new, more interesting conversation. When I talk about referencing, there's a few different directions you can go. The more obvious one is to look back at your previous conversations with your crush and to see if there was anything the two of you talked about that stood out, something that caught their eye, something that they were interested in discussing with you. Maybe you guys are talking about a movie that you recently watched, or the last time you played Among Us. You might want to say something like, hey, I haven't really seen a good movie on Netflix since that. What's another good movie I should check out? Or if you guys are playing video games together, say, man, I can't wait to jump back into Among Us. You in? This callback to the thing that the two of you shared together is hopefully going to get them re-engaged. They're going to see that message, think about the good time they shared with you, and then actually respond. But if that doesn't work, you might have to take it in a different direction, and that is starting a new conversation. If you're starting a new conversation, try to follow a lot of the rules that I mentioned in previous videos. In fact, I'm going to list a few of them off for you right now. Don't start the conversation with something boring like, hey, hi, how you doing? Basically, all you're doing is putting the ball in their court to come up with something fun and interesting to talk about, which is a lot of pressure. Don't message them repeatedly thinking that's going to get their attention. Saying, hey, 15 times in a row is not going to get them to respond to the 16th one. And don't get upset with them if they don't respond in a timely fashion. Look, sometimes people are busy and they have things going on, so they may not be super responsive to your text messages. Be okay with that. In my opinion, a good healthy conversation should always start at the basis of a question, whether it's you asking a question or you setting it up so they can ask you a question. It looks something like this. Hey, I'm trying to think of a new fun hobby that I can try out because I have a little bit more free time on the weekends. What about you? What's your favorite hobby? What do you love to do? Or you can try framing it where they ask you a question like this. Oh my God, you will not believe what happened to me this weekend. I can't believe I survived that. To which they may respond with curiosity and say something like this. Now those are just two random examples. I've actually put together 20 icebreaker conversation starters in a free guide that I want you to download. I'm going to link it up at the end of this video, but I know there's another challenge that you may be running into here, and that is your crush just not responding on the platform that you're messaging them on. So what do? You're going to need to change it up. If you're sending them snaps and getting no response, try DMing them on Instagram. If that's not working out, try sending them a text message. Either way, change up the platform that you're trying to communicate with them on because they may not be checking that platform that often, or your message might be buried under other people's conversations. So changing up the platform actually increases the chances of them noticing you. Your conversation with your crush doesn't have to end like this. You don't have to end up ghosted at the bottom of their inbox, forever forgotten. Instead, what's gonna have to change here if you wanna have a more successful conversation with your crush is how you communicate with them and what you communicate with them about. Now what I want you to do is check out the resources over there on the side. I've linked up a video talking more about having good conversations with your crush and my free 20 icebreaker conversation starters guide. Both of those resources are going to be super helpful. I also want to give a quick shout out to all my patrons and YouTube channel members. These are the people that help the channel grow. So if you want to learn how you could talk to me one-on-one every single month, check out the link to Patreon down below. On that note, I'll catch you guys next time. As always, love and peace.